ejected there at the end, sort of took your best shooter and offensive threat away. What did you see on that play?
Well, yeah, first of all, I'll address the first part. We did leave, a bunch of points at the free throw line. And I think the nature of this game, you probably can't get away with that.
Yeah.
Right. On a back-to-back against a good team, playing on the road, et cetera. First thing. I mean, the second one, I watched it, but obviously I don't have any sound or audio down there on that, Doug. I think, it's a huge play. I'm sure you guys watched it several times. I thought he for sure got fouled, and I saw him turn and kind of hit his arm to the ref to say, "Hey, hit me on the arm." So, possible couple point swing there. And like you said, we lose Gary as well. Didn't seem too bad, but then I got to see exactly what happened. I don't know exactly what happened, but it didn't seem too, what do they call it? Seems like it probably was a heat of the moment thing that he stopped right away. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But again, your guys, you got way behind, but they played hard right until the end. And you talk about getting reps for young kids in crucial situations. Delano and Scottie got a lot of them tonight.
Yeah, and they did a good job with them too, Doug. I think again that's a pretty big stage, and again a really good team and but you're right. I thought we really we certainly struggled early to guard them, but we made some adjustments and the guys really executed them. I thought we did a really good job defensively. Even a lot of the baskets they got late were balls getting tipped around and somehow they'd come up with it and get an and one out of it, or we just about tipped a couple other ones away. Even the kind of game winning one, we had it out of bounds there late and they're in trouble and Chris makes a hard play and just got unlucky and committed a foul with 2 seconds on the shot clock. And even the last play that Vucevic got was the ball was tipped away again and we were scrambling after it and he hit a deep three. So there was a lot of that. So you can't fault our guys for the hustle and effort on that. And then I thought we dissected them pretty good at the other end too. We weren't probably getting some great looks, but then we started, getting some transition. We started getting some good post reads. We started, kicking out. I thought we were getting quality shots, and it's too bad. I know we had 2 wide open threes to tie it with about inside a minute and a half. OG had one and Chris had one. Just point blank wide open, and we might have had a third in there somewhere. Actually, I can't remember.
You look at a kid like Delano who was playing his 4th game in 4 days in a really tough atmosphere. What do you see about his composure in close games that are hard games for a young kid?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing, Doug, with the current lineup for us is he seems to add just an air of confidence to the offense, right? Just there's some pace buckets, there's some transition things, there's some pretty good reads, and I don't see. I got to watch the tape closely, but I don't see any major deficiencies at the other end. In fact, probably above average at the other end too. He gets his hands on some balls with his length. He was really working hard on his matchups and things like that.
Thanks very much, Nick. Safe trip to Miami.
Thanks, Doug.
Thanks, Doug. Let's go to Aaron.
Hey, Nick. You guys seem to have this trend where you fall behind and then fix everything in the second half. Does that say something about the first half being a struggle or what you guys are doing at halftime or something? I don't know what goes on in that locker room, but it seems to be working for you guys at halftime. Why does this keep happening?
Well, I don't know. It maybe depends what you, I guess trend is it's probably something that's going on right now. We certainly, every single game, whether we're ahead or behind, make adjustments at halftime. And it just probably seems like they have more of an impact when you're coming from behind. But I don't read a whole lot into that.
Okay. Thanks, Nick.
It's okay. Thanks, Aaron.
Thanks, Aaron. Let's go to Vivek.
Hey, Nick. OG's had more occasions this season where he's had the ball late clock and he's had to make something happen tonight. And, there were a couple times where he made, he's able to penetrate, get a kick out for a look at a three. Sometimes he created his own look. What have you made of his process overall with those scenarios this season?
Yeah, again, I think we any of our main offensive threats need to be put in multiple scenarios. It's post ups, it's drives, it's pick and rolls, and then the more reps they get, the better they can get at finding the right reads and situations. So I think Pascal, we talked a lot about Pascal doing it lately here. They really game planned hard for him, and I thought he really did a great job early in the game of finding people. And then OG just, he was solid. Scottie's going to get those opportunities. Obviously, Fred is too.
Thank you, Nick.
You're welcome.
Thanks very much, Vivek. I don't see any more hands for you, Coach. Thanks for the time.
All right.
Joining us this evening will be Pascal Siakam and Scottie Barnes.
Hey, Pascal, thanks for stopping by. Again, this team, really got behind, but then never quit, played hard right to the end. What are you guys learning from these consistent situations that you're putting yourselves in?
I think again, there's a positive to it, is that we're gonna keep fighting. We're a team that scraps, and we're not gonna lay down. We're gonna keep fighting to the end of the game. And also the other part of it is we can't get ourselves in those situations where we're down 17 and we have to fight back all the way and just take that much energy. We got to be focused from the jump. And again, sometimes that will happen against good teams. They play well, and but I think that we got right back out there, and we got to continue to fight. I think those games, the experience having to be in those games, I think it's going to help us.
They seem to throw all kinds of different looks at you tonight. Doubles from the top, doubles from the baseline, doubles late, doubles early. How do you handle it? How are you handling it? How are you getting used to that constant weird kind of tricks they're throwing at you?
Yeah, no, it's weird. I just felt like, again, I thought I played the game the way it's supposed to be played. Continue to attack, they send doubles, I was making reads out of it. But I just knew that every time I was getting by my man, there was going to be some, a couple of other people there.
Yeah.
I just got to make the right reads and just can't miss the easy ones that I usually make. I feel like if I make a couple of those, I'm in a good shape there, and I'm okay with them sending doubles. But when you miss those easy ones, it kind of get slow the game down for you a little bit. But I think it's good, just having different looks, continue to get better as a player. And I know I'll go back, watch the film, making sure that I'm making the right plays out there, and just whatever I didn't make right or whatever I didn't do right, go out and correct it.
How difficult is it to make the reads when the doubles are coming from all over different places on the court?
It's tough. I think it's just I think I just take it out as it comes, whatever the double is, just make a read from there. Trying to make a play. And I think that sometimes being patient, because sometimes they help and then they go back. So just being patient and still trying to get to my spots. And then once seeing my teammates open, just make the right read.
Great. Thanks so much. Safe trip to Miami, Patrick. Thank you.
We'll go to Michael Grange.
Hey, Pascal. I'm just wondering, you were saying the other night you're watching different players, trying to pick up from them. And I'm kind of wondering if you watched a lot of DeMar and what you think of how he's kind of evolved as a passer, playmaker. Do you see how he handles some of those doubles, some of the attention he gets? Is it a guy you kind of can learn a little bit from?
Yeah, no, for sure. He's definitely one of them. He's always been one of my favorite players. Just the way he plays the game. I love his mid-range game and his patience. And then I think his passing, has been on another level, just making reads and understanding the double team. So yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that you watch. He's been in the league for a while. He's done it. And I think that one of the things that he does is get into his spots, which is something that I'm learning to do. And he does it at a very high level. So yeah, like if I can even get close to that, I think I'll be in good shape. But yeah, he's definitely one of those guys.
Appreciate it. Safe. Enjoy your off day tomorrow.
Thank you. Yeah, I enjoyed that for sure.
Thanks, Michael. We'll go to Mike Ganter.
Hey, Pascal. Kind of what Doug was talking about. I mean, you've been seeing doubles all year. What was different tonight? Like, what was Chicago doing that made it so different? I mean, it's 12 shots. That's usually a half for you.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think they did anything crazy. I just think that every time I drove by somebody, there was 3 people there. Like, I don't think it's like, I don't think it's like rocket science. Like, I think I could have stopped a little bit more, like, not getting all the way to the rim, still getting my mid-range shots. I think I didn't do that well enough tonight. And also just, again, I was continuing to try to get to the post and making reads from there because I can see the double, a little bit better, and I don't have my back turned, and I can make the pass. But yeah, like, I mean, I only took, it felt like I took like 25 shots, but just because I was missing a lot, but I only took 12 shots, and it's like, every time I got there, like I had to pass it. So I have to figure out a way to have that in between and just not getting all the way to the rim all the time. And it's just, for me, it just feels like, I don't even see the guy in front of me. Like, I just want to, like, I feel like I can go by him anytime, but it's just about the other help coming in. And again, like I said earlier, like I can't miss those floaters that I make 90% of the time.
Yep, got it. All right, thanks, P.
Thanks, Mike. We'll end our streak of mics with Mike from Lay Express.
Bonsoir Pascal, pas de questions sur les double teams de ma part. Je voulais juste savoir juste avoir ton avis sur la dernière action, que tu nous la racontes. Qu'est-ce qui s'est passé? Est-ce qu'il y a eu du contact? Comment ça s'est passé?
Ouais, j'ai essayé d'attaquer. Peut-être je pouvais essayer de tirer à 3, mais bon, j'ai essayé d'attaquer. Bon, j'ai eu l'impression qu'il y avait du contact, mais bon, c'est pas arrivé. Mais peut-être finir ça ou passer le ballon à quelqu'un, mais quand j'étais déjà trop proche, donc je ne pouvais plus rien voir. Mais bon, je pense que c'est ce que je voulais faire. Peut-être je devais tirer le 3 points, mais bon, ça arrive. On va aller regarder le film et peut-être essayer de faire mieux la prochaine fois.
Parfait. Et la deuxième question, c'était par rapport à la couverture sur Vucevic. Il me semble qu'en première mi-temps, c'était vraiment du single coverage, comme on dit. Et en deuxième mi-temps, vous avez été beaucoup plus agressif. Est-ce que c'était un choix en début de match de le défendre en 1 à 1?
Ah ouais, bon, c'était le plan de l'équipe. Et bon, quand tu as des gens comme Demar et Zach, c'est un peu compliqué. Mais je pense que ouais, c'était juste être plus agressif. Je pense pas qu'on l'a envoyé des double teams, mais c'était juste être un peu plus agressif sur lui. Parce que bien sûr qu'il a fait un bon match en première mi-temps, donc essayer de se focaliser un peu sur lui. Ces 3-là sont très importants pour leur équipe.
Parfait, très bien. Et bon repos, tu le mérites vraiment.
Merci.
Thanks very much, Mike. Appreciate the time as always, Pascal.
I appreciate it.
Some of the older veterans on the team have had a long relationship with DeMar. I'm just wondering if you got any chances to interact with him, or if you have anything that you'd just like to say about his game tonight.
I don't know, but I know he was one hell of a basketball player tonight. He played really good. Did a lot of scoring, into the foul line. Did a lot for their team to help them win the game.
All right, thanks.
We'll go to Michael Grange.
Hey, Scottie. I was going to say I almost forgot my question. How did you hurt your wrist? What happened?
I was in practice and I was just shooting, and then I had like a little tweak in it, and then that's really it.
Got to start working on your left hand, I guess.
Yeah, you got to get it better.
Is it still kind of bothering you, or?
Yeah, a little bit, but it's fine.
Yeah. And when you were covering DeMar in the fourth, like what were you focusing on? Like what was the number one thing you were trying to take away?
Not really just trying to allow him to get space. Really just trying to take up the space, not allow him to try to just get his moves, get his spacing, because he can score the ball so well when he has space. He has a deep bag where he's able to make different shots from that's contested really. So I just really try to take up the space so he couldn't really try to get it off.
And I guess if you forced him to pass, you felt like you were doing your job, right?
Yeah, trying to not allow him to get it back if he gave it up. But I also had help defenders help me as well.
Appreciate it. Have a good night, Scottie.
Thank you.
Thanks, Michael. We'll go to Doug.
Hey, Scottie, thanks for coming by. Nick's been talking all year about the need for you guys to get reps in really tough situations, and you're certainly getting a lot of them. What are you taking away from these tight games and close, intense play situations?
Well, it's really about execution, deep down throughout the game, because every play is going to matter. Really just trying to just keep locking in. Really just trying to execute offensively and defensively, trying to get stops and clutch situations, and then just trying to really put the ball in the hole at the end of the games. I'm gonna say we need each game that we play, but we just got to move on and just learn from it. Every game is a learning experience, and I'm sure we'll see it in the film of how we could just get better.
Are you finding yourself more comfortable in these like 2-possession last minute situations as the season goes on?
I would say I'm comfortable out there in those situations. Really, it's just just trying to stay poised, get it to our scores at the end of the game. Whoever's our scorer that game, or our player, Pascal, OG, Gary, when it comes on the line, just try to really get it to those guys, running some actions to just really try to get them open, and so they get a good shot. Those guys are good at creating their own shots.
Great. Thanks very much, Scottie. Safe trip to Miami.
Thanks, Doug. Those are all the hands I see for you, Scottie. Thanks very much for the time. That's it for this evening, everyone. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Phil.
Thanks, Phil.